Hello everybody. It's been a while since I've made a YouTube video, but the holidays have been kind of a little bit hectic now that things are settling down. I just wanted to do a quick video on baits that I'm looking forward to using going into 2022. Alright, so starting out, I want to talk about kind of the poop style baits. Everybody knows the cover scat. More recently, the Fish Arrow company released one called Heavy Poop. And I'm not talking about baits that are named after poop, but more so just kind of baits in general that have the same appearance and same functionality. This is made by Engine. It's the Vermi 60. Let's see, who has one like this? Gary Yamamoto has one like this exact shape. Feel and color I really like. I have a hard time focusing. There we go. I really like this Grippan Chartreuse. Really cool color. Next up is the Raid Fish Roller. This is a 3-inch bait. Tons of action on this bait. Very soft. This could be a ton of different applications. It could be used for drop shotting. It could be used for free rigging really easily, really well. Has a hollow cavity, kind of like a Fluke zoom situation, or just a Fluke in general. Really good color. I love this color. I couldn't open this, but I've been looking forward to getting my hands on the Flash Needle Shad by Imakatsu Garage Craft. Really cool. Obviously, I think for this I'd be using it on a drop shot situation. Another one is the Berkeley, Japan power bait. This is the Jago Rocket. Really cool. We could do multiple applications for this. Mainly what I'm going to be using it for is just kind of a wide gap, weightless Texas rig situation, and just seeing what I can do. Lots of movement, really good smell, great colors, and tons of different ways you can rig this really cool bait. And then finally another bait by Engine. It's called the Shoe 7. Just a really cool Fluke style. Has a ton of movement in the back. Really, really cool bait. More to come on these. Next up is the jig category. I'm really excited to explore this more. Here we have really interesting jig by Bottom Up. It's called the Gap Jig. It's a kind of finesse jig kind of approach. And what I really like about it is it reminds me of the Imakatsu Mamushi jig. And that Mamushi jig I really love. It's a 3/8 ounce jig, but I just really like that I can get this in a much more variety of weights, and great company, Bottom Up. Just overall excited to try these out, and glad I got my hands on these. For the Raid Libero, this is such a small, versatile bait. It's a skirtless kind of underspin situation. Comes in tons of color. I have onion gill here. I have a black, and then I have kind of a stained wakasagi color over there. And just a really cool bait though. It's flat on the bottom, so when it lands, it can just kind of stay perfectly balanced on the bottom. It doesn't roll over, has enough flat, literally just kind of lands there, sits. Really cool application. Little soft weed guard on top. Really cool. I'm looking kind of forward to using the raid stuff the most, just because it's, I don't know, it's just so different this year. It's awesome. Each pack you buy comes with 2 jigs, as you can see, and then 2 replacement trailers. So I'm wondering if they're going to come out with just the trailers themselves to purchase. I'd be very curious. And so yeah, that is the Raid Libero, and then this is the bottom up gap jig. Before we get to the big baits that I'm curious and excited to try, just the other side project that I have going on is BFS/trout fishing. Really interesting, really curious to try, interested and curious to try that. Here I have the company, I have Rodeo Craft, Mukai, Lucky Craft Japan, Nori's Trout. Like, I have all these trout companies that I'm looking at in Japan, but right now in my hand in these, this is the Valkian brand, and these are special colors by 1091, which is a really cool company in Japan that does awesome colors. It's in this like creamsicle. This is the Camus, and then this is the Kuga. The WW stands for wide walk. Really cool, interesting trout baits. I'm gonna definitely try them for smallmouth too, just because these are sick colors, but I just kind of wanted to mention these as well. All right, and for the final category, it's just swim baits. Really excited to try all these different swim baits, and I'm very fortunate that I got my hands on some of these. This is the Hanitas Q-Wing system by Madotachi, and it's in a special edition color, but I really like the size of this bait. I really like kind of that it is adjustable. You could be throwing it and you could be like, it's not going deep enough, and without having to add weights or anything like that, you can just, flick the system down so that it can stay up shallower, or you can be like, I feel like the fish are kind of towards the middle, kind of right underneath the surface, and kind of leave it in the middle. Or you can say like, they're going after swim baits, they're going after bluegill profiled baits, but they're just deeper, and then you flick it to the highest point, so as the water comes through, it kind of makes it dive down. And so it's really cool that you can do kind of like an all-in-one situation without having to flip to adding weights or to taking off weights, which leads me to the second bait, which is by Kasu, the KRK 165. This is such a sweet bait. It comes with some plastic BBs and some metal BBs, and you can adjust the weight. It's a glide bait. Super stoked to get this color. It's just a really cool bait in general. It's the 165 size. I know they've released some other bigger glide sizes, but it is just cool to have this like modular bait that, again, you can adjust very easily by sticking the BBs in the mouth, and then they all kind of slide down. And then, if it's not going deep enough, you take out all the plastic BBs and add the metal ones, or if it is, going too deep while you're gliding it, you can switch over and, kind of mix and match what you want. And then lastly, the Raid Osakana Swimmer 125. Literally been trying to get my hands on this bait. Been watching videos. Such a sick little bait. It's smaller than I expected, and it's in the Cosmos Shad color. There, trying to get into focus. Super cool. I'm glad I got this color so you guys could see kind of all the technology that goes into it. So here it has this hard head where it's a line through bait. So you stick your line through, it comes out at the top or it comes out at the bottom depending on the channel. Has a little bit of a chin weight, and the way it falls is it falls very, very horizontal, and it lands flat. And so what that's going to allow you to do is so many different things. It is just such a cool bait. You can swim it, and this HUD style tail will obviously with the head create a lot of draft, and you can slow reel it, and this tail will still have a ton of movement. Has movement here. I think you can feel each appendage, and there's little ridges on it, and they're all made to catch water so that all of it is moving even though you might be slow rolling it. Really cool bait. Comes with some stout hooks, number 2 hook trebles. And like I said, it's really cool that you can line through it and it'll come out at the top, or line through it and it'll come out at the bottom. Has a little bit of a chin weight, but you can see this head harness, and it all falls vertical. So there you go. The Raid Japan Osakana Swimmer 125. Really cool snack size. And you can see it's kind of in between lengthwise the sizes of these 3 baits. Really cool. What's cool about everything that you see here and what I'm kind of looking forward to using in 2022 is the fact that, it's not just one place that I've gotten all this stuff from. It's been kind of a combination of companies that have helped me. KK Japan Lures is a great one. Kitiya is a local Japan shop that if you for some reason find yourself there, you have to check out. Really cool trout shop. They are amazing customer service. And then, of course, I have some friends that have connections in Japan that have helped me get these limited edition painted swim baits and just baits in general. But yeah, this is a culmination of all that, and I think I'm finally getting the hang of things in 2022. I'm excited to see what this year holds and kind of all the fishing I get to do, and more friendships and more connections that I get to build. So thank you for tuning in.